staying still, looking down at everybody. This is going to be happening at the same time. So you still got your crossbow in your hands, right?
It's pointed down towards the ground, but I do have it out.
Finias has got perception going on. He's paying attention. Maevis is paying attention from here. The rest of y'all are back over there by the xenomorph. Y'all see a little red triangle appear right in the middle of Svetlana's head. And then Zook is going to hear the response in comprehend languages, disarm or die.
Everybody, put your weapons down, I say in common. I respond back to it, we will calm yourself.
Do I see the light? If it's in this middle of my head, can I see kind of like a reflection of it? I know something's on me.
Yeah.
I will very slowly put my crossbow on the ground.
Okay. The rest of you, what happens?
Are you insane?
Just do it.
I'm standing perfectly still.
Yeah. Thargeth over there, I refuse, as the heads of his weapons melt off and fall.
Well, so I was going to say,
we did all see what happened to the bat, right? We saw that, right?
Yeah, you all saw that.
Then I definitely do exactly what I said.
I put my hands up, I guess. My hands are up. Yeah.
Like, does he want us to drop all the weapons on us?
No, just the ones in your hand. Just the ones in your hand.
Okay, hands are up.
So everyone's got their hands empty?
Hands are empty, hands up.
Never had mine drawn to begin with.
I mean, if my pick and my thing are pretty well melted, I would just fucking drop them.
No, just...
I mean, if there's nothing left of them, yeah.
Yeah, I would have to drop my
All right.
Yeah.
It drops down out of the tree and starts getting close and looking at everybody, but it hasn't dropped its cloaking, so this looks kind of freaky.
Where is it? Can you put some kind of icon of it down?
I will put an icon down. I'm just going to use this one for now.
Okay, that's fine.
It drops down out of the tree.
You start seeing this shimmery, reflective imagery moving around.
Yeah.
I'm going to slowly start walking towards that.
Oh, great. That one's invisible now, is it?
Calm down. It's very jumpy. And I'll say again in its language, we mean you no harm.
I mean,
we saw your thing fall from the sky and we came to find out what happened.
Thargeth, don't move.
It's just walking around looking at everybody.
If it moves, like as it's moving beside
those
me,
things
around me,
attacked us
me,
first.
I will slowly turn so that I don't ever have my back to it.
Don't now we're surrendering to these things. They started the fight.
It looks at the two of you and all of the burns. You see it reaches down and takes a finger off of the xenomorph that you killed.
I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming.
And it holds out its hand. And it says, Zook, you're going to have to translate your shoulder.
I translate your shoulder.
Go stunties, that's you he's talking to.
Whose shoulder?
The one who killed it.
What do you do?
What does that mean?
I don't know.
It's the smartest thing you've said so far.
He walks over and puts a hand on your shoulder. Do you do anything?
Whose shoulder?
Yours. You see he takes the finger of the thing that you killed, squeezes it a little bit, and puts it to your skin. It burns slightly and makes...
What the hell? Okay, I'll jump back from that. No, I'm jumping back from that. Yeah, like, that's ridiculous. I mean, I don't know if these things are not the same things we were just fighting.
Yeah, he says, your kill.
I translate. Says he's honoring it, or he says that it's your kill. I'm guessing it's some type of ceremony?
He's burning me with that stuff.
You see he reaches over and presses something on the on his wrist. He comes in full view and he shows you his mark.
Okay, so now I see that it's not one of those other things.
Right.
Okay, that might change things.
All right. So you let him mark you?
I'm still kind of hesitant.
I'm going to be
He's
over
pointing
there
at
just
his
like
shoulder.
going,
Don't do that sound.
Whatever.
Bad
just
repressed
do it.
memory.
You take it? All right. He finishes marking you. He goes to you, Foedrin.
How much damage do I take from this?
1.
I'm dead. I'm just kidding.
Do you let him burn the mark into your shoulder, Foedrin?
I open my tunic up, ready for
All right. He burns the mark into you
Lay your hands all over me. It's a female. She selected you as a mate.
and casts the finger aside. He looks down to your destroyed weapons, Foedrin.
Uh-huh.
No, not Foedrin. Your weapons are fine. Thargeth, I'm sorry.
Uh-huh.
He takes this wicked-looking item off of his back and hands it to you.
Uh-huh.
It looks like it's an axe with a spear on the other end.
I accept it.
Thargeth.
No, I accept it.
Like,
No, listen.
And Foedrin reaches for it. Thank you.
bloody hell are you doing?
Yeah.
shit.
So Thargeth, he gives you this wicked-looking double weapon.
Right.
Hold your hand
Thank you.
for something. So he pulls something else off of his belt and holds down on it, and a spear end comes out of each side, and he hands that to you. Okay.
So mine is a two-handed weapon? Okay.
That's a double weapon.
Okay.
Like the Urgosh.
Weapon on either end.
You can use
Yeah,
it
I'm just trying to-
as well, though. It would function as a great axe.
Well, I'm just trying to figure out how, because I'm like dual wielding specs. Okay.
Then I point to the gun on the side of his shoulder and say, I want one of those.
He shoots you with
Of
it.
course, the tinker says that.
Yes.
That makes sense.
Oh, that's exactly what I've been thinking this entire time. I want one of those.
I mean, I was just kidding about the marking of the trees in that gang. This is ridiculous.
You're now part of the X Club.
Yeah, exactly. You think the trees sent them?
That's exactly what I was at. I only know.
So
Yeah, looks like you're part of the X Club now too.
you point up, I want one of those.
Uh-huh.
Oh God!
No,
Better be kidding right now.
Run! It's not
Be kidding.
no, I'm kidding.
Oh, there's no way we're outrunning a nuke, so I just stand there and shrug.
We
After
wouldn't know
that,
what it was anyway. We're not that smart.
it nods. It nods to the two of you, presses something on its wrist, and starts going off north into the forest.
So it's gone now.
It's leaving.
It took the thing on its wrist with him, right? Whatever
Yes.
it was. Okay.
Yeah.
You get
Yeah.
one, you
Okay,
all
so
get one
press the
billion.
red for it to cloak, and then it's going back. I'm gonna look at this tail.
The tail?
Uh huh.
What just happened?
Why are we sticking around?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, they're
I'm
not
done
getting-
with metal sky ships or whatever they are.
I like what you're saying about blowing. Are we still blowing it up? I don't know how.
Was that his ship?
I don't know.
Blowing up a metal thing? With what?
Is this the thing that was prophesied from falling from the sky?
I don't think that works in the water. It can't be a
No.
ship.
Is he a tinker? Like, what was that thing on his shoulder? Did he make this ship?
How do we know
Probably
it's
one of them
ship?
golems. Those
I-
mechanical beasts.
Look, I
Felix?
am the last person who would want to go anywhere near the inside of that ship. However, I sit here thinking that it is not that far away from where we live, and should there be any more creepy monster-like creatures on board, they could make it back to our pleasant little town.
You are
what I
absolutely
was
right.
thinking.
It's time to move.
But should we do something about this?
No, I
though?
mean, leave the city. Find a new city.
What about all the people?
What if it is one of those creatures that can multiply rapidly?
We'll go across the sea. We'll hang. We'll
I'm
live.
with you. Let's get out of here. This is ridiculous.
All right. Well, I think the boom is gone, so why don't we just go take a quick look inside the ship now? Okay.
Do I look like I'm in a condition to fight?
Yes.
What if there's more of those things in there? And I point to the facehuggers.
Close the door. Blow it up.
How bad is Thargeth hurt?
Or the big ones?
Thargeth's
Blow
hurt
it up
pretty
with
bad.
what?
Okay.
Zook, Foedrin, do you guys know how to blow that thing up? And I point at the ship.
No.
Like,
No.
Think you could figure it out?
It looks like it's made
No.
of metal. and
No.
Usually that's the only thing that's left when the blacksmith burns to the ground.
I'm gonna cast
Yeah.
Cure Wounds on Thargeth.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I can't go back to town leaving this here without knowing that we're safe or not from anything inside.
Well, there's
Nice
your new home,
knowing
I
ya.
guess.
You forgot to add your
Have
1d8.
fun. I don't
Oh, I
specialize
just-
in explosives.
I
You
just
guys
clicked
are
on
cowards.
the spell. Do I need to actually do the roll 1d8 plus 3? Is that
It's
what I
not quite set up right.
Big
Do what
tough
now?
fighters, you're
It
gonna run
only
away?
Set up right.
Blah, blah, blah.
I'm sorry, I can't tell what you're saying because they're.
It's not set up right. There you
So
go.
what do I need to do?
Just that. We'll have to get it fixed later.
Okay.
Total of
With
60.
the break of this, I am checking the xenomorph.
So how
You
many?
What?
I am looking at the
I
xenomorph
thought you
while
said
all this discussion's going on.
So
You
how
cut-
much did Thargeth get back?
6 hit points. Thargeth, you got healed for 6. Do you cut the tail off the xenomorph?
I'm thinking about it. Tell me explain the tail to me, Sragg.
Oh, it's
Guys,
some
Looks like a
evil
tail.
looking tail, yeah.
Don't give me that yet. Is it just a point or is it actually like edged?
The segmented tail. You've seen a xenomorph.
I
tail.
know. but
That's
I'm-
what it looks like. That's the good thing about this one. I don't have to describe shit. You've already seen it.
I want you to describe it.
Well, I don't want you to have it. You can't have it anymore. It melted.
You can't have it anymore, melted.
I'm sorry. You didn't melt it yet.
Are you sure?
He
I
just
look
did.
around. Is there a door on this ship?
Yes. There's a hatch standing open right by
Yes.
where all those eggs are. On the other side of those eggs, there's a hatch standing open into the back of the ship.
I do actually. On serious question, how actually long is the blade on this thing? For
Blade
the
on
actual-
the tail.
Yeah, how?
It might be
how
useful to
long-
make a spear. That's about it.
I'm thinking of cutting it right there at the base of the blade.
Yeah, you can go for it. What are you gonna cut it with?
Hey, let me see that great axe.
Who are you talking to?
No.
I want to observe this thing's head.
Yeah.
The head. The thing that come out of its mouth.
Mm-hmm.
I want to observe that to try to figure out if this is a separate.
For it or
No. I'm trying to just see if I can see from just the outside. Can I see from just the outside?
it's got one mouth open laying there, and the other one is open as well inside.
Okay, so you can kind of see it.
Yeah.
Does it look like it's part of the alien?
Yeah.
Okay.
It does. You want to mess with it?
I will take my, what is this? Hang on, I gotta see what weapon I actually have. I'm just gonna take the mace.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna actually hit it or anything. I'm just gonna kind of use it to nudge the head a little bit to kind of get a better view. Not standing in the line of its mouth to my front. Because
Right.
I saw what it did to Maevis and I don't know if that could happen again. I'm
You
assuming it's dead, but
Nudge the head a little bit. You do see that inner mouth just kind of shoots out like it's spring loaded and doesn't move again.
and then just stops.
Mhm.
That would scare the crap out of me. I would jump back.
Were the scavengers
do
good
that?
people or bad people? Or we don't know.
Decent people as far as you know. They just did. They go out and find what they could. They were kind of like adventurers, but they stayed local. So they
Guys, I'm okay with leaving. Just give me 1 minute. I'll be right back. If you hear me scream, run like hell.
Did the piece come out of its mouth, like the little creepy thing?
It's
And did
sticking
it stay out?
Yeah.
So when it comes out, because that would actually scare the crap out of her, and she does have a mace in her hand, she'd hit it. I'd smack it one good time. I don't know.
Hit it. I'd hit it.
I'd hit that.
You hit it.
All right, I'm going towards the ship.
Okay.
Does it detach from the alien?
No.
I stay
Not with
with her
that.
into the. I go with her into the ship. or
Stealthily go towards the ship, sneaking through to see what's going on in there.
So who all's going in the ship?
him.
I'm still messing with the tail, so I'm not.
Everyone, show of hands. Who went in the ship?
If I see them going, I will
3.
go as well.
All right. So.
Hang
You
on.
say-
I didn't say I wasn't going yet.
Oh, are you going?
You
It's
stupid
'cause he's-
girl.
My
Okay.
entrance to the ship would probably be a
Following
few
her.
seconds delayed, though, because I was messing with that thing. So if I would
Okay.
eventually notice them going in, I'd tag along behind.
I'm begrudged. I'm not sneakily doing it. I'm
Hey,
just-
I
I'll
got
make
one.
it in about the same time, just for the sake of not having everyone die one at a time. No.
What I
Laser
would,
field.
Now we're
If
in.
that demon had anything to do with this and it didn't care about it, what makes you think we're not going to make it angry by tinkering around in here?
He hasn't left.
All right.
Did it? I said, did it leave?
Did it what?
Leave.
Leave?
I'm
It
not-
went-
no, I'm
it
not
went
talking to you.
north.
I'm not talking to you.
Okay.
You said we have to walk past these eggs to get inside, right?
Yep. From what you can gather, it looks like they were originally inside, and perhaps someone was moving them out. Maybe some scavengers.
Okay.
Just a guess.
How heavy are they?
Not that heavy. Just big leather sacks. Well, I think we lost someone.
Yep.
we did.
I say we burn them all.
Yeah, he was lagging.
Burn them all.
Still heading towards the inside to see what's in there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be before I walk actually inside the door. I'm gonna stop to inspect one of the eggs first, because if it appears safe to move, since we know the thing inside it is dead, I would suggest taking it with us because someone needs to know what's out here.
Agreed.
Good idea. So with that, Maevis, you're going to hit the interior of the ship first.
Sorry, my internet's flaky.
The others are right behind you. You get in. The first thing you're going to see inside here is a stairwell that leads up, a doorway that's halfway open that leads deeper in, and off to your right, some kind of a shrine, you're going to guess, with skulls of various types of creatures. You see a human skull in the mix.
We didn't see any of the scavengers missing skulls.
Nope.
Okay. Up.
You go up first?
Yeah.
Going up, you notice it's really cold up here. You get up to the top, you see every now and then there's a spray of mist. And you poke your head up over the top to see at least 20 or 30 more of these egg sacs up in this top storage.
Pull back down. Quietly, back down, back down, back down.
Please.
The closest ones are missing. They seem to be the ones that were moved out. You're going to think about it and deduce that perhaps those that were moved out thawed rather quickly.
Like these ones are refrigerated? Is that what you're saying?
Yep. And some kind of stasis.
Yeah.
Okay,
We
back down.
understand the physics of refrigeration. Noted for the future.
Mhm. Some kind of stasis.
If I bump into anyone.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah. So Maevis is gonna poke her head up and then come back down into you, Zook and Svetlana, like backpedaling down the stairs.
Okay.
Doop, 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 doop.
What is the problem?
There's a bunch of those. There's like 20 of those eggs up there. They're frozen.
But that is not good.
They're frozen though.
But what happens if this ship loses its power?
I don't know. We have to go look at that now. Downstairs?
Power.
Downstairs. We know about power.
Yep.
Steam engine.
Mhm. Felix has been producing all kinds of things.
What if the reactor fails?
Do you think that
The chicken
perhaps
collider?
do you think that perhaps if we get some chickens to put in whatever thing,
Stick our chickens.
because this is similar to what we were told about the flying machine, the airships, right? This looks like that could be one of them. We need to go find some chickens. They say chickens is what made it run.
Well,
Yes, but we'll have to find the correct spot to put the chickens in. So let's look around for a chicken port.
let's see if we need a big chicken or not. Maybe it's the size of the chicken that matters.
So while y'all are in there, the
Looking
guys
for the
outside,
chicken hole.
that would be Fleur, Finias, Foedrin, the ones outside. You're going to hear some weird sound coming from the east.
How close was it from the east?
It's a whirring sound, like coming from above the trees to the east. After just a few seconds, you see some kind of airship fly over up.
Guys, we got more company.
Can we
Time
hear
to
that from
go.
inside the ship?
Time to go now.
No, y'all are inside.
No, when he says we got more company, can we
Oh,
hear
yeah,
that from
yeah,
inside?
you'll hear that.
It is time to go.
As soon as I hear Phineas say that, I'm taking off for the door.
Mm-hmm.
And how awkward is it to carry one of these eggs?
They're not too heavy. You can manage it. It's awkward, but you can manage it.
Is there any acid that appears to be leaking from them at all?
If she's gonna take an egg, I'm not gonna have that happen. I'm sorry.
No, it's one of the dead ones. It's one of the dead ones. It's not one of the frozen ones. It's one of the
ones we
dead
killed.
ones outside. Yeah, it's got an arrow through it.
Okay, an empty eggshell.
No, it's not empty. It's one of the ones that had the thing in it, but we killed it with. I killed one with an arrow, so
Yeah.
it's still intact. We need to take something back to show the people what is coming. If I take an empty eggshell, they're gonna be like, "What the hell is this? A loogie?" I mean,
If you're doing anything but burning that, don't even think about it.
we have to show people what we're up against.
Now, I might mention that it is pretty dark. The fire is keeping everything lit, but it's nighttime. There are lights coming from the ship above you.
Didn't Fleur bring a horse?
Yep,
I did.
and a goat.
Well, there's
But
one.
I'm not very keen on running through the forest in the dark.
No, I'm
For
just saying. It's,
people who are concerned about these things, what's to stop someone from bringing it back to life once we bring it back?
don't know if it can be brought back with an arrow through it.
I've
Pretty
seen
sure
strange
something can be brought back.
I'm sorry?
Pretty sure some things can be brought back to life.
Well, certainly, but you have to preserve corpses for that to work. After so long, the corpse is no longer viable for resurrection.
Well,
How powerful you are.
So what's in the bottom of the ship?
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
You go back down.
I
the
never
stairs?
left.
Oh,
Yeah.
so okay. Svetlana came out when she said there was company and started grabbing the egg. You go further
Quickly
in.
downstairs, yes,
Mm-hmm.
to see what's going on down there. I know it's upstairs.
Downstairs, there's all kinds of gauges. You see lights and bars of light. but they're all rather low. Whatever that means. There's moving parts. It looks like a giant, very well precisioned music box. I guess it's the best thing I can give you to compare it to.
All right. That's all I need to know.
I'll look around in this music box and see if I can determine anything about it.
Roll an int check.
It's so far beyond what you know, there's no hope.
There's actually checks for this.
Why do you take so long to load character sheet? There we go.
The ship is going to require 6 tests. Good. Another. 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 Okay. You don't have enough to figure out everything about it, but you can tell that it is in severe disrepair and that its power systems are failing. But you're getting enough out of it that you think that this thing is capable of amazing feats.
Does he think it's run off chickens?
No.
Sorry, what did you say about it? It doesn't have enough power?
The power is failing. Whatever it's fueling this thing, something's wrong with it.
The thing that was whirring overhead, do we see anything?
Yes.
Guess how long it's going to be until the power system fails completely.
With those, yes, 2 hours.
Guys, we got a problem. Big problem, guys. Guys.
If they're down there, can we even hear them?
The sound from the whirring machine above is rather loud, but you can hear Zook yelling something about a problem.
Yeah, we know there's something out here.
Oh no!
What now?
You need to get out here right away.
What's the problem?
This, you know how there's a bunch of stuff upstairs that's gonna, wake up and kill everybody?
Are
Yes.
you yelling all this from downstairs to us,
Yes.
or are you just...
In 2 hours, that cold's gonna stop and they're gonna wake up.
I told you there was no power. There was a power problem. I knew there would be, because of course, that is our luck. That is misfortune, because this town is cursed by the gods.
Or maybe blessed by them?
No, you are cursed by them.
Rope ladders start coming down from the whirring machine, and mechanical men start climbing down these ladders.
Oh, shit. I actually said that out loud.
How close to where we are standing?
They're right over the top of the ship.
I am as stealthily as possible moving myself with the egg to this side of this rock.
Guys, we gotta destroy these eggs.
No, I just need to get out of there. Sarah, metal man, you might want to come out now.
What?
Get out of the damn ship, you morons!
We're the fucking morons. You guys are like, we're in trouble. What? No one says anything. Just, we've got company.
I just said there are metal men.
I know, that's what I mean. Like, it took you this fucking long for people to say that.
Not my fault.
You see, out of that, there's 6 of them that have climbed down. 2 of them have tanks on their backs that are filled with some type of a green liquid holding spray guns.
Right. So
Oh my God,
They just arrived.
You know what? I'm fucking out. I'm going.
I heard metal men, so, like, I'm running outside now.
Okay.
yeah, I'm leaving.
Yeah.
So I was like, what the
You guys
fuck's
have
going
fun
on?
with this. This is much excitement as I can handle for the day. I'm going back to town.
if
Yeah.
Go ahead, Zook.
this is going to be a stretch of logic, but if this ship was built to carry and contain these things, and they're as dangerous as possible, is there an emergency destruct system on this? Something that'll like go from freezing them to filling that room with napalm or something.
Roll 4 intelligence checks. You find something, but you're not sure how to operate it.
You should say
You do see a big red button.
I know better than to hit the big red button.
Zook, what are you doing? Let's get out of here.
No, we have to kill everything on the ship.
I'm
If we
going to tell
don't,
you
our city's gone.
What
I'm
are
gonna
you
tell you-
doing?
right now. I am with Finias. And
Shut up.
me,
What are you
I'm
doing?
assuming he's running too.
I'm trying to talk to Zook. What are you doing? You already took enough actions. Shut up.
You guys are just standing there.
We weren't standing there. There was different times. You guys took enough actions.
This is all happening simultaneously.
I found some type of destruction system, I think, for the eggs, but I don't know how to operate it.
Well, then why are we still here?
Because those things are going to wake up soon, and it's going to kill everyone on the stupid planet.
Did you not hear metal men are outside?
Let them be outside. Maybe they'll help us.
Sure.
Fuck's sakes. There. I cast Fox's Cutting on him. Figure it out, or don't. Maybe you have the intelligence to get out of here.
Okay. What are you trying to do with the tail?
I'm cutting off the fucking base of the right at the base of the tail. I'm taking
With your sword?
No, with the dagger.
With your dagger. All right. You cut into it. Roll a save. It's a slash, I'm sorry.
Fine.
It's still in there.
From a spray.
Yep.
Yeah.
Roll your save. Okay.
It was here, I guess.
3 damage.
Okay.
And your dagger is ruined. But
Yeah.
you've got the tail end.
Works for me.
Okay.
I have the whole tail. All like 7 feet of it.
Oh, you took the whole tail.
All whole
Take
tail.
longer though.
Yeah, it's pretty long. It's dripping acid, but you've got it.
You took the whole thing?
I took the
Oh.
whole tail.
How heavy is that?
I think I
It's
got
not that bad.
No.
You can handle it. She can handle it. All right. So let me get this part straight. While y'all are in there, so Finias, Svetlana they're booking it back towards the road. Yeah.
Phineas made the point that he wants to go, and I'm right there with him. So
Right
if he
there with
ran, I'm going with him. I'm not going into the woods by myself.
Yeah, I'm there too. I'm going with them.
Okay.
As soon as-
Srag's going with them,
And
and
as
you
soon
got
as-
the tail, and you're going with them.
I'm gone, yeah. As soon as I have the tail, I'm gone.
Okay. So you grab the horse. You got the tail. Foedrin. Foedrin went with y'all because
I
Foedrin
turn around and I throw him
passed
top
out
of
on the goat.
I throw him on the horse, lash him to it, and we're gone.
Okay.
Are we
he's
able
got-
to simultaneously leave?
Yeah, this is all simultaneously
Okay.
happening, and what's happening inside the ship. So
You're
you
gonna throw
cast
his goat on the
Fox's Cunning on
No.
Zook. And Zook, I'm going to give you one more chance at this. Pass the 4 tests.
Okay.
Advantage.
What? Did you just click the button?
Yeah, he's got to click the button, though.
Yeah, you have advantage on these saves. Okay.
20,
Okay.
22, 19.
You pass them.
Yes.
You find the self-destruct mechanism.
I have a feeling though this is still not going to be good news for anybody right now.
See here. Well,
You
over
understand enough that there is a escape timer for this self-destruct, so you can activate it and probably get far enough away.
Probably.
I hit it.
Yeah, probably.
You hit it.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit it and set the timer for an appropriate amount of time, I think, and then take off running, screaming, "Go, go, 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 go!"
Oh, I already ran.
Lights are
Run
flashing.
outside and no one's there.
I had cast the spell on you, and I took off. That's what I said I did. So I was like, you figure it out, or you
Carrying
get the
a bunch of
intelligence
stuff.
to get the fuck out of here.
So you're carrying the stuff you grabbed earlier, Zook.
Yes.
The rest of you, I've booked it out. You see the metal man as you're leaving, Zook, attaching chains to the ship.
I start screaming at them, run, you idiots!
You start screaming like a madman. You see one of them turns towards you and fires a green spray.
Yes.
I just keep running. Don't. Screw you guys then.
It wasn't enough pressure to reach you, but you notice everything in between you and that spray that got coated is just oozing now. It destroyed everything.
Sleep on your side, babe. I want to sleep in the middle.
All right, then. Hadn't been expressed.
All right. Y'all make it back through the woods, running in the dark, hearing strange sounds. Seems like it should be fine, right? Somewhere off in the distance, you hear the, because you're around the area and know it, a howl of a werewolf. Then you hear something fire and the yelping sound from the werewolf.
As we're running, I'm gonna call out to Finias and say, "Do you have light?" Because I know you can cast spells, so I don't have anything that can actually cause light. Because at this point, I'm assuming we're far enough away from the flames that we can't really see.
It's starting to get real dark, and you're in the woods.
I have dark vision though, right, as a dwarf, so.
Yeah, you're fine. Okay. And Foedrin's fine. He got his eyes closed all the time anyway. He's just
Elves have some kind of dark night vision.
Low light. Yeah, you've got low light vision.
Okay, so
you're
I can
fine.
see it kind of. Okay.
Yeah, you're fine. It's as long as there's even starlight, you're fine. A little bit of moonlight.
But Finias won't. Does Finias have trouble? Is he human, or are you okay?
As soon as it's too dark, I'll light a torch.
Pretty sure he's running in random directions away from the pit. He knows that's behind, and I'm going this way.
I'll light a torch.
If I happen to see him being ridiculous and running off in some random zigzag, I'll be like, this way!
Except I'm lit a torch and I can see.
Okay,
yeah, then it wouldn't matter.
Is this
so,
fucking thing on?
Your
All right,
mic
so
is
you
like
follow
low.
Finias's torch. That's pretty easy to keep track of. So Finias runs you through the forest, and you make it back to the road.
Cart
In
or
fact,
to the
you
road?
see the cart 40 feet further north of you.
I go back, lash the horse to the cart, and down the road I catch everyone and pick them up. Get in the dead cart, we're gone.
Okay. You start heading back to town.
So was there any mementos on those people that, Zook and I are by?
Any what?
Well, we didn't catch up to them, so what are we doing?
Yeah, I would have said, are we
I'm
leaving
pretty
them
sure you were
behind?
talking to them, right?
Yeah, but I figured y'all were not that far behind them.
I mean, I did have to lash the horse, so I mean, it's
Yeah.
not like just ching ching. We go.
Okay, well, I had shit to do in between then, so
Yeah, I don't think it took long enough to cause y'all to be that far
the
separated.
3 dead people, do they have anything like a necklace or anything on them that was mementos? You know what I mean?
Oh,
We know these people.
right. Not really. They weren't from here. They were actually from Waterdeep.
Okay. Didn't you say they were from our town?
They hang out here. They work here. It more that there's opportunity here in the frontier that they see.
So
But
we do
natives-
know them or we don't
You
know
do
them?
know them, but it's more like acquaintance. It's not like drinking buddy kind of level. It's
Okay,
like
but know them in the sense of how long have they been there?
they've hung around the town a couple of years now.
So then that's pretty significant.
Okay. I'm not going to judge.
Okay.
You're very friendly.
She's the
They have-
friendliest assassin.
They have ears. You can take an ear from.
How much can I get for these?
There was a medallion for the monk's order. You could take that. It's a good trophy.
Okay, what else? Just looking for anything.
Yeah.
Anything that I know that would be from them.
Yeah, the trophy from the monk's order you could take. The other two were a pair of brothers. They didn't have too much to them.
Were they orphan brothers? What are these?
They were orphans. They were all orphans.
Okay, then just the monk's order medallion thing, and that's it. I'm out of there.
Okay. All right. So besides weird sounds, you're going to make it back to the road, you and Zook. Let me ask then, since it did take longer for them, would y'all wait for them or would you assume they're dead?
I thought they were just taking off.
They did. That's why I'm asking.
I wouldn't assume they were dead necessarily.
If they weren't there by the time we lashed.
Also remember, they're 30% faster than I am.
Yeah, so it took a while. Zook probably fell in battle.
I would have been looking back if I saw them. I would have said something, but I didn't see them.
How long does it take to lash a horse?
Yeah, that's a good question.
You've been having a lot of luck tonight. Roll your handle animal.
20.
One time you want to be really bad at it.
It's literally.
We got this, guys.
So quick.
Drives the horse by, grabs the reins, just throw it. They all like in.
So much for snap. Oh, we're good. We're good.
It's magical.
Aren't the other short guys only limited to 20 feet too? I'm just curious.
Yeah.
Okay.
One of them was on the back of a goat.
Okay.
So,
just checking.
I still think even with your skill, you would still have enough time to catch up. I still say that.
I don't know about that one, Sragg. That one's pretty good.
Even if we don't.
I would have waited.
Sure you don't want to stop and pick some flowers or something?
Okay.
Or?
I would have given him a couple.
You would have given him a couple minutes. That's plenty of time.
Hold on. I'll tell you right now. I would have given him a minute.
1 minute. Okay. And that's when you'd assume they died. But you have to go back for their bodies now. They're your friends.
Blessings upon them all. No.
Okay.
We would have waited.
Okay. All right.
You don't have to. I mean,
just establishing.
He's got that torch, right?
You know what? I'm going to make a GM call here. You all made it back to the road. As soon as it was lashed, you two came out of the woods. Everyone hopped in the cart, and you all rode away to safety. Well, relative safety. You're going back.
So we're all rolling back to the town, and Fleur's laughing. I got him all in the dead cart.
But here's the fun part. Zook, as you're getting into the cart, everyone, you're getting in, you're starting to ride off to the south. You see that airship again rise up from out of the forest, carrying something, going off further to the north.
Yeah.
It starts to turn to the east, and then it explodes. Just fireball in the sky, mushroom cloud. You feel like you start seeing the trees and everything from that direction start bending over as it's coming.
I turn and take that cover.
Really?
Do we have to cover from where we are?
Really?
We're in a moving wagon.
But all y'all get when it gets to you is just a short wave of pressure. Everyone feels the shake and a little bit of heat.
Did we recognize the men, the metal men?
The metal men? Yeah, they all had a symbol that resembled the one that Zook had seen before and mentioned that was to Felix, some mad alchemist.
Okay.
It was one of his salvage crews.
Would we have noticed that symbol? Was that like an obvious thing?
Yeah, it was stamped on every single one of those bots that you saw.
Okay.
Did both, obviously the Predator ship, but did the other airship burn up?
It's gone.
Nothing.
As y'all are riding off, heading back towards town, you see a rain of chickens start coming down.
I was going to say chicken feathers.
Yeah, just an explosion of feathers.
Now that we're back into the cart, I start going through all the stuff I pulled off that one dead guy.
And we're going to have to go through that later.
Oh.
We start riding back towards town. you're inspecting everything, getting some ideas, and we'll make the checks next time and see what you manage to get away with.
Oh, and for the record, my crossbow was trained on that egg the entire time we were in the cart, just to be on the safe side.
Fair enough. All right. So let's all take a note from Foedrin here and have a good night.
Night all. See you next time.